3, 2, 1, and we are back. And by we, I mean most importantly me, Deric Poston, your Lord, your Savior, your new God. And this is Ehsan Ahmad.
Hi, I'm none of those things.
He's just a bitch.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Yeah. I'm a guy in a cool shirt.
No, you're not. Well, that's true. But you are also. That's true.
Your walls are breaking already, God.
You have a cool shirt on. God even will admit that. Even God knows a good shirt when he sees one. But no, I'm glad you're here. We're lucky Ehsan's here today. He has a terrible gas problem.
I don't have a terrible gas problem.
He is farting like a madman.
I am not farting like a madman, but I'm farting. Okay,
we're at yoga today, and I have my shirt off in hot yoga, and I go, Ehsan, you should take your shirt off. And he goes, oh, I can't. And I go, why? He goes, oh, last time I took my shirt off, I had wet diarrhea, and I diarrhea wetted all over your mat, you said, and you had to use your shirt to clean it up. And then the rest of the time in hot yoga, it smelled like horrible shit, and it made your back make a weird noise on the thing. No. That's what you said. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
No, that's not what I said.
Let me finish.
Okay, you know what? I will let you finish.
You said you made your noise, your back would have a weird noise on the mat because of the horrible diarrhea wet shit you did.
Almost.
And you couldn't stop farting, and even today's class, you didn't stop farting the whole time.
No, again, I didn't fart at all in class. I don't know how in hot yoga you even have the energy to fart, if I'm being honest. It is gruesome and it is tiring. But no, because of the cheap stuff that my cheap ass exercise mat is made off of, whenever I get sweaty and I peel off the mat, it makes this noise that sounds like I'm farting.
And diarrheaing everywhere.
No, it does not sound like I'm diarrhea everywhere. No, I didn't. And so I was like, I can't do this shirtless. I need to get a new mat. And that's the truth.
And that's the bottom line.
That's the truth.
Because Ehsan Ahmad said so. Well, I'm glad you're here, buddy, and I'm glad you can hold in your diarrhea.
I mean, don't count on it. Yeah. I might just diarrhea all over this.
Why would you do that?
Because apparently it's uncontrollable, huh, Derek? Apparently I can't control it.
I know, I did tell our yoga teacher. I said, just Gail, Ehsan's diarrheaing. I said, Ehsan's diarrheaing while we're trying to Shavasana.
Yeah. And you know what? Jessica L. didn't care because she's our mother goddess.
She is our mother goddess.
And she realizes.
Do whatever that woman tells me to do, especially if it was eat her pussy. I would do anything she said. Mainly if she told me to lick her butthole and eat her pussy and fuck her really well.
Nice.
But I would do other things too if she was like,
right, like boat pose.
Yeah. Compass. Yeah. That's a real pose, by the way. Compass. Look that shit up, nigga. It's impossible. The only people who do it are psychopaths. You have to be a psychopath to do some of these poses.
Yeah, peacock, that one.
Yeah, some of them are just like, this is an insane person would do this.
Yeah.
Only, like, you'd have to be an insane person to even think about this.
Like Jaquan.
Oh, that's the Black Swan.
Yeah, it's the Black Swan. It's the one.
We go to Black Swan Yoga in Austin. That's right.
Yeah, and they have one black teacher named Jaquan.
The Black Swan.
The Black Swan. Jaquan the Black Swan. That's a fire rap name, by the way. Jaquan the Black Swan.
But he wasn't a rapper. He was gay, so close.
And into martial arts, so pretty much the same.
Yeah, that's pretty gay.
Yeah, that's pretty. A gay martial artist is pretty much a rapper.
Yeah. All fighting is gay. To fight is gay. Now, to fuck, that's
still gay.
No. Don't fight other men. Just fuck them. That's straight.
The world would probably be a better place.
The world would be such a scarier place. The world would be a lot scarier, I'd say. I'm not gonna say it would be better. I'd say even if it was better, it'd be still scary.
Right. You're right.
It'd be terrifying. Dude.
Right.
Some guys are big. Some guys are really big. You ever seen like LeBron?
Yeah, you'd be a lot more careful in bars not to walk into anybody.
Everybody would be so much kinder.
Yeah. Everyone would be, social distancing would be a thing.
Yeah. And women would run the world.
Why?
Because now they're not, now that everyone's getting fucked, they can maneuver in the shadows. They can use their real talents, which is secret societies and stuff. That's what women really are good at. Secret societies and that's why they're so good at gossip and stuff.
Right.
And overthrowing governments just by whispers. Women are good at whispering.
Yes, women are whisperers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all sorceresses.
They're all witches.
Everyone has their problem. All men are fucking stupid and rapists. Oh my God! Why are you so stupid, Ehsan? Before we get going, oh my God! Today, just so they know, it's a little. Today, what is happening right now is the Warriors are about to play the Mavericks.
Oh right, yeah, it's gonna happen in the middle of this podcast. This game will start.
Yep, isn't that crazy? So we can start watching it once the podcast is over. We can watch from the beginning. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's who are you picking? Picking the Warriors or the Mavericks?
I'm picking the Warriors. Warriors in 6.
So you think Luka's gonna get 2 of these though?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
He's very good.
Yeah.
I can see y'all winning in 5 though if y'all put it together.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching the playoffs. I don't have high.
But then again, if anyone puts it together, they can win in 5. You say that about anyone.
Yeah.
If Dallas put it together, it's like, then they'll win in 5.
Yeah. It's a giant toss-up. This is the least confident I've ever been in a Warriors playoff situation.
Ooh, since you've had Steph.
Yes. I thought pretty much every year we've been in the playoffs. Not every year. Since 2015, every year I was like, oh, we're going to win the championship. Whether or not we have is a different story, but I felt like we're not here. I don't even know if we're going to make it out of this round.
Yeah. I mean, you squeaked out of the Grizzlies round.
Yes. I can see us losing in 5, and I can see us winning the whole thing. This Warriors team is very Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
Where they'll be amazing, and then they won't show up. And they'll be amazing, and then they won't show up. And then even the closeout game, we sucked. I mean, it was going back and forth, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh yeah, we're the Warriors, and then just
and just y'all remember that y'all had a championship experience.
Yeah.
The worst timing for us. But that's when y'all happen to remember. They're I think we've won a couple of these.
Yeah, let's just score 15 points in 5 seconds.
It's like we've won 3 of these and lost another 2. It's like we've gone through the whole gauntlet of emotions with this.
You're right.
You know, that's an even bigger level of experience when you not only have won some, but you've also lost some.
Yes.
So you're so much calmer.
If we win, it's because our experience will take us through. You know, we're just the most.
You're the only experience left in the fucking thing, other than the Heat.
He'd have been there once. That's about it.
But that's being there once and losing.
Yeah,
that's experience.
That's experience.
That fucking get your brain right.
Right.
You know? And they had to lose it in the bubble, which is also a whole other mental thing that they lost in the bubble to LeBron. So it's like that's a different thing.
Yeah, you know what? You know how they always say bubble champions? Hey, Mickey Mouse runner-ups over here.
Yeah, bro, that's even worse.
Minnie Mouse champions. That's what I call them. You were a Minnie Mouse champion. So is that championship experience? Yeah. I'm talking head now.
I mean, hey, bro, they beat the Celtics in game 1 because Jimmy Buckets is the fucking man. But I am not saying the Celtics are out in any facet.
Yeah. Well, also
any facet. Do I think Jason Tatum's just done?
Yeah,
because they lost 1 game.
Horford and Smart were out. So
that's what I'm saying.
Different game if they're playing. So it's.
And even if they didn't play next week, it's going to be a different game. Jason Tatum's just going to be a different. Like he's that kind of motherfucking. It's like Luka. It's the same thing as Luka, where it's just like, oh, that's a savage.
Yeah, that game 6 was really like, oh, he can just flip a playoff game
immediately, and he won game 7 immediately,
and an important playoff game.
Yep, back to back where he had to win against Giannis, who everyone was like, oh, that's the best player on earth. Everyone was until literally just now. Everyone was like, he's the best player because now it's like, oh, is Luka the best player?
Yeah, I mean.
That's the question. And then Jimmy Butler's like, hello, guys. I'm also here dropping 40 points without hitting a 3. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I would still
1940?
I would still put Giannis as number 1.
I would too.
He did insane things in that series. And
Luka,
they did not lose because of him.
No, but if Luka beats y'all by himself, wins a championship by himself,
that's like, okay.
Then it's definitely Luka.
Right.
He won a championship by himself without another star. Chris Middleton is a star. Andrew Holiday's a star.
Yes.
Of course, on your team, there's literally all Hall of Famers. All Hall of Famers. Yeah. And then on the Heat, you got stars.
Yeah.
Guys who've all been there and guys who are legit star players. Motherfucking the Mavericks, it's the Luka versus the Warriors tonight. But the scary thing is we've seen Luka win those such games.
Yes.
Where it's Luka versus whoever.
And they had our number during the season, so we'll see.
They did have your number during the season. They won the fucking playoff series of that. 3-1. So it's very interesting tonight, man. But if Luka wins this all, then I think he's dubbed. Then you got to put him in like, is he possibly the greatest player? Now it's a tie at least. You know what I mean? And then literally poor Joker, he's just like, man, I would be if I had this other fucking guy healthy.
2 guys. He needed
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least with Jamal, then it's like they can make a run in the playoffs and they're scary again, even with just Jamal.
Right. I am interested to see if. But now Jamal's been out for a long time.
That's a long injury, my man.
Yeah,
hard to come back from those.
And we've seen with Clay, when you injure for that long, you don't come back like you were.
And Clay is already a Hall of Famer. This kid's done nothing like that yet.
No.
Game 6, Clay's still fine.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, Clay's not all the way back. He's not, but guess when he was back? Fucking when it mattered.
Yeah. He had 30 points in game 6.
Closeout games.
Dude,
Game 6 Clay is
just
stupid.
running down the court with the 6, dude.
That's the scariest thing if you're the Mavericks. You're like, oh, we can't get to game 6. Why? Because they have a fucking game 6 killer.
Yeah, and he's aware of it. And
he's aware of it.
Fully stepped into it. Like he loves it. That's what made him running down the 6 so funny.
Because if I'm the coach, I'm like, hey, buddy, can you do that game 2, please?
Yeah. He's like, I'm a game, so he just puts up the 6.
And it's like, but not every series goes to 6, Clay. And he's like, because if I'm a coach, I'm like, nigga, game 1, let's go.
Yeah, game 1, Clay. Let's do
game
2, Clay. Game 2, Clay.
Because once you get to game 4 and he still hasn't had a good game, you're like, God damn it, let's get to 6.
Let's get to 6.
So we can at least have one good game from this nigga. But yeah, it's exciting playoffs. I can't believe my Grizzlies are out. I
can absolutely suck my dick.
We'll be right back. Hey, Bean Mafia. That's right. The Bean Mafia gang has stepped up. Spoil the beans. We're here. We got a real ad, baby. This is a real motherfucking ad. Manscaped. That's right. That's Manscaped. You heard me correct. Everyone out there who has been listening to this podcast forever, we got a real product backing us, supporting the Spoil the Beans lifestyle, supporting the Spoil the Beans movement. And you know what's nice is this product is actually the shit. I've never used Manscaped. I never used Manscaped before. I'm not going to lie. This is the first time I ever used it. Holy shit. Not kidding. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's amazing. It is
top tier.
Top tier. Sam likes the new package.
I dig it.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm talking about my package. This is incredible. Your boy, you know, I'm gaining girth. You gain girth. You gain length. Fellas, Manscaped. You're giving yourself inches, baby. And if Al Pacino didn't say anything, he said, life is a game of inches. You haven't seen this movie yet.
I was like, what?
Any given Sunday.
That?
Life's a game of inches. Nigga, Manscaped. That should be their fucking slogan. It's a game of inches. Life. Your penis. Manscaped. Dude, I love it. Spoil the Beans. That is our promo code. Literally type in Spoil the Beans, get 20% off. Guys, let me go through how good this is. See this right here? You see this? This bad boy, excuse me, is the lawnmower. Lawnmower 4.0. Dude, I use this, shaved my balls in 10 minutes. Hadn't shaved in like half a year, probably. You know what I mean? Shaved, tire sack, 10 minutes. Unbelievable.
But you're not even nearly as hairy as I am. Hey, for the ladies who are listening to this, you can also use this to shave you. I'm a very hairy lady. I'm a kind of a fuzzy person. What?
She's a fuzzball, dog.
I'm a fuzzball. I'm like a tennis ball.
She's a fucking tennis ball.
I am a tennis ball up in here. And this is very handy, I will say.
Love it. The 4.0.
So
the
quick.
4.0.
Trimmed my fuzz.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, Manscaped, let me tell you something about the 4.0. They engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on intelligent functionality and incredible, comfortable grooming experience. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to our advanced skin-safe technology. I now feel confident shaving my boys. That is true. I had no nicks.
I wasn't nervous at all.
Yeah, I had zero nicks. And I've shaved my balls plenty of times with other razors and other things like that. You know what I mean? And literally always a nick or two, which sucks because your balls, you don't want your balls bleeding all day.
Yeah, that's gross.
Because it's nonstop. A lot of blood down there. Yeah, so you just don't want that. You know what I mean? I didn't know this also. I'm one of the first people, me and you, Samantha, to try the new 4.0, and I am blown away by the performance. I literally am. It's phenomenal. It really is. This upgraded trimmer includes a multi-function on and off switch that can engage a travel lock. It really can. You can lock it if you need to. It also gives you the ability to turn the 400K LED spotlight on and off whenever needed for a precise shave.
I looked up how
Oh
to
my
do
God.
it.
The Lawnmower 4.0 even allows you to customize your trim through additional guard lengths with sizes 1 through 4, which is really nice. I didn't need the size length. I was going to go no trimmer, and Sam had to help me out here.
Yeah, we wanted to get a little bit of a fade going.
I wanted more of a fade. I didn't want a football, but I like the fade. Did I mention, this is very important, wireless charging. Look at this. This is wireless. This is charging right now. All right. Wireless charging. Well, you got to plug it in, but it could be charging right now. Is my point.
It could be.
Wireless charging uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery length last longer. Men, if you've been shaving with the same nut trimmer on your face, you've been doing it wrong. No person wants pubes in their mouth.
Yeah, you should have one for each.
One for each. Me and Sam both have one. It's fucking awesome. It's time to get your own ball and hair and body trimmer with Manscaped to make me time the best time and enhance your confidence with some nice, smooth boys. Get 20% off, free shipping with the code SPOILTHEBEANS. All one word, Spoil the Beans, all caps. Guys, it's the name of the pod, Spoil the Beans. Easy. Manscaped, use it. Yo, let me tell you this. These are some of the things that you get. Waterproof trimmer, reduces foot odor. I didn't know that, but this does reduce foot odor.
Really?
It does. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer helps reduce nicks, reduces the risk of ingrown hairs, and reduces the risk of grooming accidents. I stand by all those things 1,000%. This is not because they're the first brand to support us. I genuinely fuck with this. Mm-hmm. The nose trimmer, incredible. Got all my nose hairs out.
He's got a hairy nose. That's the one thing that is very hairy.
I'm not really a hairy guy. My balls a little bit, but my nose gets pretty hairy.
But your nose needed...
I loved this. The crop preserver, the ball deodorant, genuinely found it refreshing on my testes.
You felt refreshed?
It added a little spice. You know, it really did. I wasn't mad about it. I really wasn't. The crop reviver, the ball toner, also felt good on my balls. I love this bag that they come with. This is just nice because I travel a lot.
The Shed.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it says on here. The Shed. It's
the Shed, the travel bag. I travel a lot, so I've been using it on the road. Unbelievable kit. Unbelievable package. I've been putting my other toiletries in this, but it's phenomenal. Dude, everything they sent us, I've been using. Every single thing. Sam uses them. I
did. I had to trim the fuzz.
Dude, if you're in a couple, get two. Get the 4.0 lawnmower. Unreal. Mm-hmm. Get the fucking, for fellas, if you got a hairy nose, get the weed whacker. 1,000% recommend the weed whacker if you got a hairy nose. Ball fucking deodorant, the crop preserver, unbelievable. The toner, unbelievable. God, the lawnmower 4.0, seriously. I genuinely loved this product. It is so worth it. It's just, I shaved. I'm going to probably shave again in another week. It took me 10 minutes. Crop the area. More inches.
It took you less time than 10 minutes.
Did it? It felt so fast.
It was very fast. Maybe like quick. 2 songs.
It was 2 rap songs. So we're talking, it might be 6 minutes. Probably, yeah, right, 6 minutes, we're being all the way honest. 6 minutes, your boy was fresh shaved up. We had incredible sex. Can I guarantee the great sex you'll have? I can't guarantee that. I can hope for it. I'll hope for it.
We can put that energy into
I'll put that energy. If you use Spoil the Beans, Manscaped, promo code, off. 20% off, plus free shipping, I will put that good energy if you're going to have good sex after you Manscaped. I'm going to put that out there on you.
That's free, man.
That's for you. Guys, lady. Spoil the Beans. The promo code's right here. Use it. Don't lose it. All right, 20% off. And Manscaped, thank you so much, man. You guys, this was amazing. Manscaped. We really appreciate it. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting the Bean Mafia. And back to the movie.
Push these niggas off me like, he. Push these niggas off me like, he.
So remember to also follow me.
Push these niggas off me like, he.
Yeah, follow me at Ehsan Ahmad on Instagram. We're trying to get me to 10,000 followers.
Nope.
Yes.
I want him to get to negative 10,000.
No,
so
please.
Let's unfollow and then find a new way to double unfollow.
No, don't unfollow me. If you love this podcast, I am instrumental in its foundation. So if you unfollow me, that is actually fucked up.
I don't need anyone for this podcast. I'll tell movies to me.
Yeah, that would be fine, but still, I was there for the first 167. So follow me.
Damn, that was it. Yeah, you were there for a lot of them.
Yeah,
this podcast has been around a long time.
A while.
You know,
2017, right? 2017, Martin Luther King Day. That's when we dropped.
2017.
We dropped on Martin Luther King Day of 2017, and we did Titanic, a movie with no black people.
It was a very good year. Was a very good year
2018.
to be a door guy at the comedy store. There were whores in 2017. In 2018, we had a very good year. A very good year. We met Brendan.
Yes. And you were on Cats.
King and the Sting in 2018. In 2019. It was really a very good year. Was a very good year.
We went on tour that year.
Big Dick Energy was the tour we were on.
And 50 Shades of Brown.
Named after a son.
Yeah, with a white guy.
In 2019. In 2020.
Oh no.
It was a very bad year. It was a very bad year for everyone. Everybody on Earth. It sucked fucking dick.
And life still hasn't really recovered.
2020. All right, you ready?
Yes, thank God. Okay.
Okay, 2020.
No, stop. This bit wasn't worth it in 2019.
I like it a bit. You think I give a fuck if they give the bit? You think I give a fuck about anything?
Okay. I kind of don't mind that, but still.
If I killed myself?
Yeah,
Bro, I need to kill myself on one of these episodes.
that would, bro, if you want numbers, but
It'll get taken down.
yeah, I'll be.
How do I guess I make a funny edit. It's just a funny edit. Like I shoot myself, but what they see is like a South Park version of me getting shot.
Yeah, ooh.
But it's like, no, he died though.
Ooh, yeah, because like there's real screaming happening.
There's
in the background.
this real fear in your eye, the look in your eyes.
Oh
and
my
the
god!
blood
Oh my god!
on,
Oh my
the blood
god!
on you,
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh
the
my god!
splatter.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of never the same afterwards.
Yeah, but you're also like, damn, you have to finish the movie. You're like, you get in the middle. You have to turn the laptop.
How funny would that be if I only got like 6,000 views?
And people are like, well, the sound is bad. The sound quality is just, it's only like a one camera shot. It's kind of boring. It takes a while to get there.
Yeah. They did this song about the years beforehand. That wasn't that good.
That song was fire, dog.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I don't. Yeah.
Son.
I disagree. What's up?
You know what this podcast is about.
I do know what this podcast is about.
To all our new listeners, what up, you fucking asshole army sons of bitches? This is Ehsan Ahmad. He is important to this podcast. He is important to my life. He is about to be important to yours. This podcast is, you see the movie that we're doing. He has no idea what it is because he's a stupid sand nigger.
All right. Well,
Now, now, the point of this podcast is my friend here has not seen a lot of big movies, like the movie title you are seeing now. He has not seen them because he is a stupid
again.
SN.
All right. That's
now,
still, I mean,
the reason we do this podcast
I guess a little
is
better.
fun because I tell him the entire movie, the entire thing. Okay, but before we get into that, I do require a favor from you, sir.
yes.
Ehsan Ahmad,
Yes.
can you tell me what you think happens in the year 2023? No,
Oh God. Yeah.
in the film you have never seen that is extremely iconic and extremely interesting because of what it is. What happens in Deep Impact?
Huh. I don't know.
Tell me what you think happens in your movie.
They notice that a bunch of scientists are in a room, clickety clackety clack.
like
They're
that.
clickety clackety.
Clickety clacking.
And then all of a sudden, one person sees, like, looks up at a telescope, whatever. Clickety clack, clickety clack, clickety clack, clickety clack, clickety
I like
clack.
that.
Clickety clack, clickety clack, and then they call some other guy over to clickety clack, clickety clack, clickety clack. You know,
I like
check,
that. Yeah,
check,
yeah.
and like, it's coming straight for us. Turns out there's an asteroid coming.
Oh shit, that's scary.
Yeah, and we gotta send up a group of.
Oil diggers?
Yeah, I was like, oh no, this is Armageddon.
You're describing another movie.
Armageddon. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up. It's not gonna be that. The asteroid hits. Poof, impact.
It's deep.
deep.
It's
It's pretty
fucking
deep.
deep. And not just physically, psychologically.
Yeah. Because you're like, oh fuck, the supply lines. Right? So everyone's like, oh, supply lines. And then
God, that's so funny.
aliens start emerging.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then just becomes this fight between humans and aliens. Around, and they have to go into where they have to destroy the ship. They have to go into the deep impact.
Holy shit, that's another movie you're describing, but okay.
Yeah, I think I described Edge of Tomorrow, kind of.
No. You described a movie called The Core, but we'll get to that another.
Okay.
We'll get to that another day.
Okay. But yeah, that's Deep Impact.
Holy shit, that was deep.
Not really.
I mean, it had a deep impact on me.
Nice. I unfortunately realized I was describing Armageddon halfway through, and I was like, I gotta call an audible at some point.
Oh, son, we were gonna have so much fun this episode. Are you ready for Deep Impact, my friend?
I am ready for Deep Impact.
I'm sure they're excited too. Are you guys ready for Deep Impact? Answer me!
Never do. They never do.
Movie starts.
Yeah.
We see stars. Credits roll.
Like Selena Gomez and
Yeah, you see Selena Gomez, Justin Timberlake,
Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
Other people. Credits roll.
You know the two biggest stars,
the
Selena
only one I
Gomez
know.
and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, they're pretty big, dude. Yeah, they're big.
Yeah.
Deep Impact.
Yeah.
Camera pans down. Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
We see kids looking out telescopes with their parents and family, like not like a group of like huge group of people. We see one of the leads in this movie. It's an ensemble movie.
Okay. And I'm Smooby.
Shut up. Don't speak.
I move Samble.
That's actually better.
Yeah, that's way better.
We see one of our leads, a very young teenage
Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Frodo Baggins.
Oh shit. This is
Elijah Wood.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got stars in this. This is star-studded.
I like this.
Oh yeah, you're gonna like this. I mean,
Okay.
the reason this movie is good is the acting.
Yeah.
Because everything else you're gonna be like, Deric, I am confused. I'm like, Ehsan, shut up.
Okay.
And just enjoy the movie.
Okay.
This movie destroyed the box office, by the way.
Okay.
$80 million budget, and it made like
Wait.
$380 million.
What year?
Same year as Armageddon.
Oh.
But we'll get into that later.
Okay, this is one of those weird Hollywood make the same movie and call it different things.
Yeah. Oh, Ehsan, you ready for this?
Oh no, is it the same movie?
But with Frodo. A teacher asks, like, yo, Frodo, what's that star right there? Yada, yada. He knows it immediately. He knows his shit. He's really smart.
He's a
right?
lame nerd.
He's a fucking nerd.
Right.
Like Frodo.
Right.
He's with his girl. You know, you'd recognize her too. She's been in some stuff, but not a famous actress. And she's also, knows her shit as well about astronomy or whatever the fuck. And so they're talking about it. Cut 2. They did notice something, though. They noticed something, and they're like, oh, we're going to send it to, like, this place, because that's crazy that you noticed that. Frodo noticed something in his telescope.
Okay.
Cut 2. Adrian Peak Observatory, Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
We see a scientist nigga.
Okay.
Clickety-clackety, clickety-clackety, clickety-clackety.
Hey, bro, I'm always right about something.
Yeah. He's looking through real telescopes, obviously, like the ones that, like, they're, like, built, like, they're huge. You don't look through them like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's going about his job.
You look through it like this.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Make a face. So he looks at the pics that he gets a bunch of files,
right,
and the pictures that Frodo sent.
Okay,
of what he saw.
Okay,
and he notices something interesting as he's looking at him, and he's like, "Huh?" And he's like, "What the fuck?" All right, he checks it out, and then he notices the comet that Frodo's seen, and he's like, "Hey there, little fella, look at you. Where are you going in such a hurry?" Does some fucking clickety-clackety, clickety-clackety, clickety-clackety. He notices the trajectory, which is Ehsan.
Headed towards Earth. Oh,
Music
no.
changes.
Oh, no.
Let you know, like, oh, this movie is not going to be some fun Armageddon. Like, we get really intense.
Okay.
Like, really, like, dum dum. You know what I mean? And, like, Law and Order SVU.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Don't.
He drops his pizza. He does a bunch of clickety-clacketies, downloads a bunch of files, and he writes Frodo's name on it.
Okay.
Leo Biederman. That's Frodo's name. Okay. He hops in a truck. He takes off. He's driving super fast, crazy, trying to make a phone call. As he's trying to make this phone call, he gets sideswiped by a semi-truck, flies over a cliff. His car explodes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, there's some things you're not ready for.
No. Oh, no.
That's a real problem.
Oh, no. Now it's on Leo's shoulders to get the world to listen?
Hey, Frodo's been there before.
Oh, my God. What? He has to go on an insurmountable journey.
Dude, if he gets a fat friend in this.
Oh, dude, he probably is.
So he hops in a truck. He takes off. Oh, no, that already happened. I'm sorry. Rolls down a cliff. Fade to black.
Right.
Washington, D.C., 1 year later.
Oh, no.
All right. We're at a news station. We see people who work at the news. They're having a meeting, yada, yada. They're talking about what they're going to talk about that day and what the president said. You know, that kind of shit, right? Mm-hmm. we see our other lead in this, probably our main lead, Tia Leone.
Okay, from Bad Boys.
Yes. Okay. She knows her shit about the president. She knows a bunch of stuff, yada, yada. After the meeting, she talks to another woman about the job she wants. And the other woman's like, yo, you got to keep working. You know, keep doing research, yada, yada. It's going to take years to get where you want to get where I am. Like, just sit back and relax. Right. And she's like, oh my God, are you protecting me or are you holding me back? That's what Tia Leone says. And the lady's like, I'm protecting you. Trust me. And she's pissed about it, right? But she gets back to work. She goes and sees her mom for lunch. Her mom is drinking and they're hanging and they're talking shit about her dad. Her dad has a new wife who's only 2 years older than her.
Oh, damn.
Right? So that kind of situation.
Damn. Her dad's living the dream, huh?
She has to leave. She goes. She goes to see some woman doing her job, research for a story. She's trying to get all. She's a journalist. She's trying to work her way up. A lady tells her that, she's selling her soul working for the press like this, yada, yada. And she gets the information of like this whole scandal and this woman, it's called Ellie. Just look into something called Ellie, right? And she's like, trust me, Washington is a sick place. And she leaves. So she goes with her cameraman to this boat dock. They look for this, they're looking for, a woman, yada, yada. She's talking to this little girl. An old man comes out. It's the old warden from like Green Mile.
Okay.
Him.
Okay.
All right. He comes out and he's like, don't you talk to my daughter. What you talking about? He's like, my wife is sick. She's in the hospital. You just leave us alone. And she's like, I'm not here to talk about that.
His wife is always sick, huh?
Always sick, dude.
Always sick, huh?
His wife's sick in the hospital.
Yeah.
And I'm a sad man.
Yeah.
I'm just a good man.
In a position of power that I've earned over the years.
I've earned this power over the years, and my wife
is sick.
God damn
it. Minority and or woman, can you help?
Oh, nigga, you stupid. She goes, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about Ellie.
Right.
And he's like, he goes, all right, turn that camera off and we'll talk. Turn it off. And she's like, we know everything. We know about the secret phone lines. We know about the calls you had with the president. We already know all this stuff. And then he goes, so you're going to break this story, huh? And she goes, that's what we do. He goes, let me tell you something. You have the biggest story ever. She's like, wow. He goes, and personally, me, I wouldn't run it because nothing means anything anymore.
Fair point.
Okay? He's like, I know you're a reporter, but you're also a person. I just want to be with my family now. Can you leave us alone?
And if you unearth this pedophile ring, they'll kill us all. That's the subtext.
Definitely the subtext.
Yeah.
Definitely the subtext.
Yeah.
She feels bad. She walks off. She drives home. She's talking to the recorder, saying how she knows all this shit about this story, and this is getting crazier. As this is happening, boom, she gets rear-ended. Then another car on her side, and then another car on her front. She's like, okay. It's all men in like black suits, FBI shit.
Right.
All right. They have her pull over. They tell her to get in their car immediately. They take her somewhere.
Right.
All right. Take her to an underground bunker. They go through a bunch of like tunnels into a kitchen, and you see this guy, and she's like, I'm expected at NBC by 6. And then he goes, he says something to her like, ma'am, just so you know, people even knew about the Manhattan Project before it happened. And they kept that secret. Like, realize what you're, like, where you are right now.
Right.
Okay? She gets really nervous. You see fancy shoes. Camera pans up. We see the president, Morgan Freeman.
Oh, shit.
You thought we were fucking around today?
Shit. It's a Morgan Freeman president podcast. I would have gotten the confetti if I had known.
Yeah, dude, Morgan Freeman's president in this.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fucking makes it so much better. Immediately you're like, oh, now I'm more invested for some reason.
I will say this, though. Every time Morgan Freeman's president, America's in deep shit.
Oh, dude, this guy cannot do it.
Yeah. Hey, somebody else.
So you hear Mrs. Lerner. I'm Tom Beck, which is a crazy president name, President Beck.
Yeah.
He goes, we know you have information. She goes, Mr. President, I'm not interested in using Ellie to further my career. He goes, look, well, what do you know? And she goes, I know you need a better cover story than some guy's wife is sick and that's why he really quit, yada, yada. And he's like, this woman's smart. He goes, I can't. He said, is there any way I can convince you to sit on this story for 2 weeks? And she's like, the news can't wait 2 weeks, sir. And he goes, what?
Oh, then it looks like I'll have to kill you. I'm the president, and you've just scratched the surface on this story, and for some reason, I'm talking to you already. So clearly, if you don't kill the story,
in line.
Yeah, you're going to die.
We are in a kitchen in a bunker.
Yeah.
You think I don't know where your mother is right now?
I'm going to admit I seriously overplayed my hand a little early. But
not a good president. And then he goes, what about if it's for the nation's best interest? And she goes, I thought the truth would be the nation's best interest.
Why would you think that? You're an adult.
You know, fucking goddamn. And he slapped her. And he slapped the taste out of her mouth.
Are you 12? Why would you think the truth would be in
And he said, Tia Leone. He called her by her real name. So he looks at this guy and he goes, what if we go public in 48 hours? Mm-hmm. And then you see her kind of like, you know, listening to him, and he says, all right, we'll give you 48 hours, then you can run the story. And then she goes, all right, fine. And he goes, this is my favor I'm doing for you. I'm trusting you because of what this can do for your career. Mm-hmm. And then she goes, but I want to be in the. She goes, I want to be in the room when you break the story. Like I want the president brief, and I want to ask the first question.
Because that's what me as president is interested in. He's interested in your career, not China, not Russia, not the war in the Ukraine, or rising gas prices. It's your career, Tia Leone.
You think I'm worried about the fake trillions of dollars that are supposedly exist, and we're in debt? I'm not worried at all.
Yeah, and
I'm Willy Wonka.
When the money's that high, it's imaginary.
Oh, we're 30 trillion in debt? I'm a leprechaun.
Yeah, might as well be zero. We've come back around. That's how big that debt number is.
Yeah, that's such a crazy thing that they're like, Mr. President, what are you going to do about the $17 zillion of track? And the president's like, doesn't exist.
Yeah, man. What can you do?
We're at $0 a debt.
Yeah.
They're like, Mr. President, but it's like it's $0.
Yeah.
Why? Because why not? Because why not?
Yeah, that's like what? Why? I'm not
So
gonna...
do you want to be 17 zillion in debt, or would you rather be none in debt? It's like, when you put it like that, we're gonna pay this money to China. None of it's real. You think we're gonna give any of this fake money to any of these fake places?
What are we gonna do? Stop sending real stuff to buy with more of our fake money? What do you think?
It's all a sham. Guys, take the chips out of you and just everyone's like, whoa. So, okay. He worries about her career.
Yeah.
She's like, I want the first question in the room, yada, yada. He's like, I'll see you Tuesday. He leaves. So that night, she does more research on this whole Ellie thing. And she finds some shit through Washington websites and like all this stuff and like all the files. And she finds at Berkeley College, there's a ELE program or whatever. And she searches it up, and all they focus on, it's a paleontology site, and all they focus on and figure out is how to handle extinction level events. She reads all about this shit and all this extinction stuff, and she's like putting it all together, like, oh fuck, what are they, you know what I mean? So right then her boss lady comes up, the other lady that was trying to like, you know, hold her back from the job, and you know, ask her like, yo, you good? You want to come to dinner? She's like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna keep working. She keeps looking at all this shit.
Right.
That night she sees her father for dinner. Okay. She doesn't speak to his new young wife, who's like right there. She just kind of sits down and starts drinking. And he's like, we missed you yesterday, honey. You know, I'm disturbed you didn't come to our wedding. And then the other wife's like, Jason, you promised you weren't going to bring it up. He's like, I know, but you should have been there. The twins had flowers and you should have came. And like fucking Tia Leone is just drinking, right? They hand her a gift. She doesn't want to open it. She opens it. It's like pearls and like a necklace, like rich shit,
right?
You know? And then the woman's like, you can exchange them if you don't like them, Jenny. I know this is hard. I just want you to be happy. Let's do a toast to happiness. And then they drink, and then the woman's like, oh, Jenny, I know, because Jenny's not saying anything.
Right.
She's like, Jenny, I know that you hate me, and I know you have terrible things to say over me, but just get over it, okay? Life goes on. And then Jenny starts cracking up laughing. And just like life goes on. She keeps saying it over and over. And the dad's like, what's so funny? Life goes on. It does. They say life does not go on.
Right.
Does it not? And she keeps laughing harder and harder.
Right.
Because the sign I think you might know. She's figured out.
Yeah.
Life doesn't go on.
Yeah, there's an extinction level event coming. And the president's like, oh, thank God she missed the pedophile ring. When she said Ellie, my heart stopped.
It was right under her nose.
Yeah.
Come out here, Ellie. And Ellie comes out, this little girl in a chain.
Yeah.
Comes out. That's my girl. Yeah. Just like the Gimp. Pulp Fiction. That's my girl. Like, oh my God. Right then, she looks at her dad. She goes, Dad, you need to get back with Mom. She's alone in this world, and she fucking needs you. And he goes, Jenny, I just got married. And she goes, Chloe, this has nothing to do with you, and I'm sorry. And he's like, I apologize for my daughter. I'm so sorry. And she goes, I know you think I'm a bad person, and I don't hate you, Dad. I just have to go. She leaves. Cut to the next day at the White House. We see our girl. She's in the media, entering the conference room. Her boss sees her, the one lady.
Right.
And she's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Yada, yada. And she's like, oh, I'm just... And before she can answer, someone grabs her like, we have a chair for you, Jenny. And they pull her right to the front and seat her middle chair. So now her boss is like...
What the fuck?
Like, what the fuck? They go, the president will again begin by addressing the nation. Hold all remarks till he's finished, please. You see the president walk in, and they go, Mr. President, 10 seconds. And it's like super serious, which is like, damn, I bet that shit is crazy serious.
Right.
Right? And he goes, good evening. A few minutes ago, nation's leaders were told what I'm about to tell you now. It's complicated, so bear with me. Over a year ago, Marcus Wolf and Leo Biederman, and we see Frodo at home watching on TV go, what the fuck?
Right.
Because he didn't,
Right.
he thought he just said some shit and nothing ever came of it.
Right.
All right? He goes, they saw...
We will not be informing the guy who made this discovery of his discovery. I am President Morgan Freeman, and I'm a one-term president.
That is my motto, and I will not do 2 terms.
Yeah.
No matter how much you don't want me to.
Yeah, I am very bad at my job.
But my charisma keeps me going.
Yes.
And my storytelling. Even now, you want to vote for me again.
And it's a bad idea.
And I'm telling you it's bad. But these stories are good.
But y'all don't hear me. You just want to dance.
They saw the comet that caused them concern. Now, the comet was a remote possibility in the beginning that it could bring a path that could bring it in contact with Earth. Now, we get hit all the time, some the size of cars, others the size of your hand. This one is the size of New York City. It's larger than Mount Everest. You see people watching around Earth start freaking the fuck out, right? Like, what the fuck? They show graphics of how the comet's how it keeps going. And sometime around August 16th, a year from now, we might have impact. Though, for the last 8 months, the USA and Russia have built the largest spaceship ever constructed. It's called the Messiah.
Nice.
A team of American...
Nice. Fucking nice.
A team...
Nice. Let's inject Christianity into this decision. Dude, love it. So America.
Come on, bro, we have to.
Yeah.
Of American astronauts and 1 Russian. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a joint mission.
Yeah. Why would it be 50-50 or whatever?
Right. Because Russia's fucking pussies at this time, dude.
More, yeah.
It's 98, dude. Russia's pussies, dude.
Yeah, at that time.
Russia's pussies, dog.
Still pussies to me, Russia. They will board the ship and they will stop the comet. We see the crew. The crew is a young, Happy Hogan, Jon Favreau.
Okay. Wild.
Yeah. We see a lady that you kind of recognize, the Russian guy, Blair Underwood.
Oh, wow.
And Robert Duvall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they had some money on this. They spent some money in this thing. You see Robert Duvall's the vet. The president already knows him. He thanks him for doing his job. And Godspeed to you all. We are counting on you. Back to the media stations flipping out, hearing all this news, right? You see the president again. Our society will continue. Work will go on. You will pay your bills. He laughs at you, says that, which always like, oh, fuck the president. Right then, I would have been like, man, fuck this guy.
Again, these are the wrong things a president should be saying at this moment.
But I think it's funny. And goddamn, my voice is smooth.
I think it's funny, and it's important to remember that we are slaves to our corporate overlords. Keep working.
But when you sound like peanut butter, nobody cares.
I've been warning of you. I've been warning this. Whatever. I lost it.
You're a fucking
lost it.
idiot.
I lost
You can't do it because you're stupid.
I lost it. I was doing well.
No, you didn't. We will pay our bills. There will be no hoarding and sudden profiteering. That's what he said. I'm freezing all wages and prices. What water cost yesterday will cost the same tomorrow. Now,
I don't really have the authority to do that. Again, just empty platitudes heading your way. And while I told you no hoarding, be assured me and my family have already hoarded most of the materials.
we have them all.
Yeah.
So by no hoarding, I meant good luck, motherfucker. President out. So you see, questions. And he looks right at our girl and he goes, Mrs. Lerner. Because everybody raises their hand, but he looks right at her. And then of course the girl in the back's like, what the fuck? Her media team, watching on the news is like, Jenny? You know? And she goes, Mr. President, why wasn't this announcement made sooner? We saw no reason to alarm the planet. You have another question? We needed
time to collect the materials from the common person. We had to make sure you listening could not get your hands on anything that could save your life.
The pedophile ring was more important. Yeah. If I'm being honest.
That's where most of my attention. Ellie, come on out here. Nothing matters anymore.
Real Ellie. Good girl. He goes, do you have another question, Miss Lerner? And she goes, is there a connection between the comet and the soldiers all coming home? We felt it was prudent to have them available at hand. All right, next question. And everybody raised their hand. And she goes, Mr. President, one final question. MSNBC knows Rittenhouse didn't leave because of what was said. But not everyone in your administration is convinced that Messiah will save us. Is this true? He pauses. Mr. Rittenhouse resigned for personal reasons.
His son shot up a Black Lives Matter rally. And we just thought the optics weren't good. In a time to unite our country, to have Mr. Rittenhouse in such an important position. Oh my God. He's fully on board, trust me.
Oh God, okay, hold on. Okay. I promise you this, all of you. At some point over the next 10 months, all of us will entertain our worst fears. But life will go on. We will prevail. What's the comet's name? And he says how we've named it Wolf Beetaman. And the dad's like, that's my fucking son.
Right.
Right? Which is also crazy to have it named after you.
Yeah.
But he also says both Wolf and Beetaman died in a car crash because he thinks it was one, he died in a car crash. So sadly, that's why we named it after him. Right then you hear a knock on their door and all his neighbors are like, yo, is your son dead? He's like, no, I'm here, I'm good. Yeah. And then everyone's there, right? You see his girl that he saw it with, and you see the next day him at school giving a speech and it's packed to everyone in the school and he tells them how y'all found it and that he's alive and he's sorry about the mix-up. And they go, how do you feel about having your name on a comet that's going to kill Earth? He goes, well, I'm not trying to take away any credit from Dr. Wolf, but it's pretty cool. And the whole school was like, yeah! Which is really true. A whole middle school would be like, okay, we know this guy. Because at this point, why not?
Why not? Right.
It's like, well, we're all going to die. Well, at least we fucking know the dude.
Yeah.
Peter Man. Yeah, because one dude's like, bro, you're going to get so much more pussy now. And everybody's like, yeah. And he's like, whoa. Yeah. Which is like, wow, that scene wasn't needed, but they put it in. And I love that they did. So we see the astronauts who are going to save the world at a party. With
I
their
feel like you're going to be saying a lot this movie.
What?
This scene wasn't needed, but I'm glad they did.
Oh, yeah. That's the whole movie so far.
It's just an entire movie made of that scene.
Yeah. Just, have you not noticed? It's all moments like that?
Yeah.
Have you not been loving it? So we see the astronauts at a party with their families. Blair's talking to his girl about, marrying her and yada, yada. The day he comes back, they're getting married. They're so excited. We see Favreau talking to his son about how they're going to get rid of the comet. He's explaining it to him. You see another guy talking to the baby, his baby, in his wife's belly. You see Robert Duvall talking to his kids who are grown men and they're in the Marines. And, he tells them how he's coming back, yada, yada. Right then, the guy who, Houston, we have a problem. The main guy at Houston walks up. It's Red Foreman from That 70s Show.
Oh, okay.
This is that era where he was also in everything.
Okay, yeah.
So, he looks at him, he goes, what do you think of this crew you got? To Robert Duvall. He's like, well, heroes, all of them. Fine group. And he goes, what about off the record? He goes, off the record, they're smarter than me. They're in better shape than we were. They're sober. They're serious. I just wish they were as scared as I am. Right? And you see them all having fun, being young and shit.
Wow, that was almost deep.
Almost. Robert Duvall, he's such a good actor when you're watching, you're like, damn, you believe him for sure.
Yeah.
He's just so good.
Right, but the writing is awful.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
Cuts to them at a bar, drinking. Right. I mean, it's Armageddon. They just changed a couple things.
Yeah.
And we're not even, how much is even like Armageddon? We'll get to that. Yeah. Cut to them at a bar, drinking. I mean, there's also a reason that this movie made $380 million. It did good.
Right.
I looked it up. Armageddon made $600 million.
Yeah.
That's double. You know what I mean? That's a bigger movie. Yeah. Also, that's not including VHS sales and all this other stuff back then, which Armageddon would have made in spades.
Right.
So, they're Cut to them in a bar drinking, all the young astronauts, and they're talking shit about the moon landing. And all these old guys who landed on the moon, and they all think they're the shit. This is clearly way harder. We're landing on a comet, yada, yada. Right then, Robert Duvall walks up, and they get quiet. And he goes, I woke up the other day, boys, and I realized you guys don't really want me here. And now if your daddies knew that I was here, I'm sure they'd say all the things that I mean to them. But that would just make things worse. So what do we do here, boys? And they say, what makes us mad is you haven't trained for this mission, old man. You're here because the powers that be think we need some familiar face. And he goes, no, son, I'm here because I've actually been on the moon. And one guy goes, yo, we've trained too, yada, yada. He laughs and he goes, on flight simulators? Oh, you did the video game?
Right. That's an insane thing to do. Like,
it's like, hey, bro, I'm also here because I'm gonna be calm no matter what happens up there.
Right.
You guys have no idea what calm really is.
Right.
Because that's like if you're really going to space, bro, you got to be a different level of calm and calculated. Like, because it's cool when you really like watch real things about astronauts and find out how they really are.
Right.
They're fucking calculators.
This would be, bro, if you were sponsored by BetterHelp, this would be the perfect place for that ad.
No, we're sponsored by NASA. That's why I say good things about NASA.
Yeah.
Man, how much money they give me? Oh, they give me trillions. I spend it all on hot Cheetos.
Yeah. It's really, NASA's in trouble. This is a really bad decision on their part, really. Yeah, I don't know why they think they needed brand recognition from podcasting.
Hey, why would you go to like Flagrant 2 or this podcast to get crazy views?
Yeah.
No, this gets enough. Yo, we getting views now, baby. Thanks to y'all, you fucking nigger lovers. I just ruined it. All the new fans are like, what is happening?
Some of them are, for sure.
That's so funny. Good.
Yeah.
Welcome to the fucking Bean family, dog. So, cut to Messiah, mission day 1. Red Foreman's in mission control, and he's like, I'm going to put a foot up your ass. And they're like, oh, Red.
Right.
So they count it down. 3, 2, 1, it takes off. You see on the news, they go, the crew, will, take off from Messiah, and there will be 8 nuclear warheads on the ship. They show the technology, all the shit the Messiah has, yada, yada. You see the crew get to another ship, and then they get on the Messiah, which is in space. This huge, the graphics are crazy. This huge, spaceship. They take off, right? 5 months later.
Okay.
We see our girl now in the lead anchor chair. The boss girl that was ahead of her is now pissed.
Right.
Because she's like skyrocketed,
Right.
We see on the ship, they can see the comet now from the window. They're that close. And they're like, sweet mother of God. It's huge. They start taking the nukes out of the ship, and they load the nukes up. The closer they get to the comet, they disconnect on this one part of the ship called Orion, the part of the ship that can go down.
Right.
And they're gonna put the nukes in. You see Jenny on TV, and she goes, sometimes in the next hour, the astronauts will lay the nukes that will take this comet out of its collision course. They will bury them down, and go inside, and then blow them up.
Okay, so they'll drill them down. Okay. Like Armageddon. Oh, exactly like Armageddon. I really should have stuck to my original guess, really.
Yeah, it is Armageddon.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny that you changed your guess.
Yeah.
So she tells them how they get, the crew has to do all this before sunrise.
It was naive of me to think Hollywood would have created something different.
Yeah,
that's
true.
That's
you
my fault.
fucking up.
Yeah, that's my fault.
That's you fucking up and being stupid and being ugly. I hate you.
Hey, see how I'm dressed?
Like fucking Jerry Buss.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to bring Jerry Buss energy to this podcast. This is Spoil the Beans. It's showtime, baby.
Showtime. So they have to apparently complete this mission before sunrise, or there will be problems.
Right.
So we see them on the ship. They have their space suits on. Robert Duvall's telling them all a story to calm them down. He's literally such a good actor. Like every scene you're in, you're like, damn, I believe this guy. Yeah. Like I believe this guy's an astronaut and all that shit. You know. It goes, all right, boys, let's start our approach. On TV, people are watching the images of what's happening on space. Jenny's like, we are going to lose reception at some point, yada, yada. Oh, just like there, we lost picture, but we will stay with you on the air. We will be with you through all of this. Like how the news would really be.
Right.
You want something else crazy about this movie? Neil deGrasse Tyson, how he watches like all scientific movies and breaks them down and how real they are?
Right.
Apparently this one is insanely accurate. Like,
okay, interesting.
He gave this one of the most highest ratings of what would actually happen in these kind of events and how it would go down.
Okay, interesting. I like that. But also Neil deGrasse Tyson, what do you think? You're fucking God?
He thinks he's Rick.
Yeah. How the fuck do you know how it's going to happen when it goes down?
Dude, that guy knows. A lot of people, of comments when I was on Flagrant, a lot of comments were like, what the fuck happened to Neil deGrasse Tyson? I didn't know Neil deGrasse Tyson was so into tranny porn. This guy sounds like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Dave Chappelle had a baby. a lot of like this guy sounds like Neil deGrasse Tyson, or this guy looks like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like so many in the comments.
The look is.
Oh yeah, he wears flannels.
Yeah. It's the hair.
Oh, it's the hair.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it's the hair.
People said I sound like him though.
Well, that's because you're black.
But he sounds so different than anyone else.
Yeah, he's very distinct.
Very distinct.
Yeah.
I think I have convictions. Just like him. I
yes.
think that's all people are like.
Yes.
Oh, he sounds like he believes what he says.
Yeah,
like
like the other black guy we know like that. And he doesn't rap him, so he's not Kanye. And he doesn't dribble a ball, so he's not LeBron. So he's got
he's got to be Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse. He's also on podcasts. That's who he is.
The most racist, awesome listener.
Yeah.
But like he loves stuff.
Yeah, but
He's just racist. So, okay, we see the crew on the ship. They're going through like the asteroids to get closer to the comet. The CGI is, horrendously bad.
yeah, I can imagine.
Horrendously
It's 98.
bad.
It's 98.
I don't know why. You know what it is? You know what early CGI is? It's like early plastic surgery. It's like no, don't. It's too risky to be the first.
Wait till someone fucks up their face.
Yeah, wait till wait till it gets better.
Yeah.
Like the surgeries will get better and then do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it now. Like CGI now is unreal what you can do.
Right.
But oh my god, at this point, did you watch Moon Knight?
Yes.
CGI on that is
It's insane.
insanely bad.
Yeah.
It's insanely bad.
It's like what?
what happened to their budget?
Yeah. Well, it's like I think they're just trying to do too much.
Yeah, because the She-Hulk CGI looks also really terrible
It's
from the
just
trailer.
it's just
like
too much.
what is going on? It's
It's
like
just-
I don't think they can keep up with also the budgets that you had for Loki and WandaVision. I don't think you're bold enough to do it for all your shows.
Well, no. You have to see if they're hits first. WandaVision and Loki, they're both kind of
Guarantees.
Yeah, they're both in the thing.
But they were also by far the best writing.
Right.
They put the most into those shows.
Right.
That's why they put them out first. Because those shows won Emmys for a reason. Because they were like, oh, these are good shows. Take Marvel out of it. This is just a good show. Both of those.
They went 1 and 3.
Huh?
Because 2 was Captain America: Winter Soldier. That one.
Oh, that one was
That one's bad.
That one was bad.
That one's bad.
That was bad. Way better than the Moonlight though.
And I never finished Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight's terrible. Oh, me and Sam finished it, and it made us more mad.
Oh, really?
Bro, what the fuck is going on? One of the lines in the last episode is you see the girl, she becomes like an Egyptian hero, and a little kid runs up and literally says, "Oh my God, are you an Egyptian superhero?" And she's like, "It's about time we had one," or something like that. And she hands the kid like a falafel or something. It's like, what? But yeah, that's a line in the thing where it's like, oh, this show, they completely lost their mind with this show.
Worse than Hawkeye?
Oh, Hawkeye sucked, and it's way worse than Hawkeye.
Oh.
Hawkeye sucked, and it's way worse than Hawkeye.
Hawkeye was bad.
Yeah, all these shows are bad other than 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Other than 2 of them, all these shows are bad. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is happening? But they're trying to do too much.
Yeah, what's going on?
Because the movies are still
They're
incredible.
just stretched thin.
The movies are still incredible. I mean, Spider-Man: No Way Home, possibly the best one they've ever done.
Yes.
Possibly. It's arguably up there with, it's not as good as Infinity War to me, but I think it's better than Endgame. That's how good it is. I think most people would put it in their top 5.
I think so.
The new Spider-Man.
I think so.
And Doctor Strange, I think most people would put it in their top 10, definitely top 15.
Okay.
But I'm saying, no, but like, just from the poll I took, everyone was like, oh, it's top, I have it here, but everyone had it in their top 10.
Okay.
Now, because I had it like 6, other people had it higher, other people had it lower. But the majority of people had it, or the majority of people were like, oh, it might be in my top 15 because I can't leave out. Some people were like, I can't leave out Winter Soldier. And I never disagree with anyone because everyone was like, oh, it's one of those where it's like, if you're like, oh, I'm putting Winter Soldier above this, and it's like, you're not wrong.
Right.
It's that level good. And if you're comparing it to Winter Soldier or the Guardians one, then you know it's a fucking good movie.
Okay.
You know? But Marvel is still good with their movies.
Okay. Yeah, these TV shows, it's just, I don't know, seems directionless.
Yeah. I don't think they're going. Also, the new Thor looks like it's going to be incredible. I trust that director completely. Taiki Waititi.
Yeah, Ricky Tikitavi.
Ricky Tikiti Waititi.
Yeah.
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Him.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. And how funny he's turned the Thor, like what he did with Thor Ragnarok and how unbelievably funny, because Thor was we had already realized he was funny at that point, like the actor had, but that was when they were like, oh, let's dive into, that's the best trait he has.
Right.
So let's dive into that.
Right.
And I'm so excited to see. And also the Guardians are in this new one. So it's like, oh, great. You got more, you got crossover, you got everything you want, you know? Natalie Portman's back in it. They showed her, which I love. But she's not just some lame bitch. She's like an actual fucking, you know, Thor.
Right.
You see that she lands and she's got the fucking hammer, which I'm assuming is just from the multiverse, but it's like, oh yeah, the multiverse will be open now.
Right.
That's what you gotta watch this. You gotta watch the multiverse.
Okay.
Because it's open. It's like now there's problems.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I mean, you see it in No Way Home. That's what the whole No Way Home is about. Like, oh, you open something.
You open something.
And that's what Doctor Strange has to deal with that.
Okay. Oh. Wow.
Also, you got to see it because the villain in it is one of the best villains they've ever had.
Okay.
But I can't talk about it.
No. Shut up.
What are we talking about right now?
Shut up, you. How bad the CGI is.
Oh,
you
yeah. That's
stupid bitch. Shut up.
Okay.
Yeah, go back to fucking Deep Impact, you bitch.
So we see their ship get hit pretty hard. They go through. People are watching in Times Square. I hate you. They land. They open the doors. They start the clock. They have like a sunrise counter.
Right.
They get to the comet. You know.
Hey, how do we add everyone to everyone's anxiety? Let's have a running countdown.
Gotta have a running countdown.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
It just builds so much pressure. Somehow these non-oil digging astronauts found a way to deliver these nukes and deliver them, like dig a hole. They, you know, they're digging.
Right.
But they don't dig for oil, which is crazy that they can somehow figure this out. These scientists.
Right.
It is crazy. You're like, wait a minute. So wouldn't it be, it's clearly it would be so much easier to teach a scientist how to dig than to teach a digger
how to be an astronaut.
How to be a fucking astronaut. Because it's like, yo, we need your mental, because being an astronaut, a lot of it is just your mental has to be so, you're in space.
Yeah.
We need to make sure your brain locks the fuck in.
Right.
Yeah, let's put a bunch of guys who haven't dealt with getting molested as a kid in the worst situation. Like, you know what I mean? They haven't dealt with like their parents' divorce, and we're gonna like put them in this.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because you got to be mentally just like aware of everything that's going on. You got to be a calculator.
Yeah, I think. Well, oil rigs are very dangerous places to work.
Yeah, but they're regular guys. They're not like fucking calculators. They're way more regular rednecks with emotion. There are a lot of rednecks who do that shit.
Right.
Not all rednecks are astronauts.
I mean, look, I don't know why you're being racist.
Racist?
Yeah. Hey, rednecks, you can be whatever you want to be.
Yo, I love the idea of this astronaut, just like huge belly, just fucking.
LGBTQI+, the plus stands for redneck.
That's fire.
You can be whatever you want, rednecks.
Hey, look at
I
you.
believe in you.
Dressed like a big faggot. So they're digging. They have the digging machines. Duvall lets them know that, they're taking too long. Our window's getting tighter. They say on the news how, the sun's coming up, yada, yada. And if the sun does come up, it'll be like working in a minefield. It'll be like impossible for them.
Right.
So one of the digging machines gets stuck, right? And they're like, how deep is it? They're like, it's only 75 deep, 75 feet. It needs to get to 100 or else it's pointless.
Right.
So they're like, all right, fuck. So you see one of the young guys, he goes down. He's like, I'll break it free. They let him know, like, yo, you only got 6 minutes. Robert Duvall's like, yo, we got to get the ship closer to where they are. And she's like, the other lady in the cockpit with them is like, it's going to use up too much fuel, all that. And he's like, it doesn't matter. We have to save it's at that point where it's either
who gives a shit?
They die, like they don't come back, or what are we gonna do here?
Right.
So, which is crazy. They do have to make those kind of calculated, just like, and they have to do it calmly, like no emotion, like we just have to do this. So we see the dude dive down through the digging hole, and he finds the mole, and he unjams it, right, and fucking gets it, like kicks it, and it goes down, which is science, right? He just kicks it, and it goes. And it's going, they pull him up. He has 34 seconds. We see the sun coming up. And when the sun starts coming up, you see like every part that it hits of the comet, shit starts blowing off. Because it's so hot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just blowing up. And he's like, it's coming up fast, guys. And they're like, yo, shields down, shields down. They all hit a little button or whatever, and shields go down on their visors.
Right.
The guy coming up doesn't hear this.
Yeah.
Fucking the sun finally hits. He gets blasted out like through like a air vent, you know? And he looks dead at the sun directly, and he's like, bro, his face just starts kind of cooking.
Oh.
Yeah, space is a bitch, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Blair Underwood grabs his tether, pulls him in, right? We see shots of them running back to the ship. This is actually one of the best. Whoever the director is, this movie, this movie's crazy. I can't believe you made this movie, whoever this director is. Yeah. But, just like anything.
Michael Isthmus.
Just like anything. Even in that's why
Michael Peninsula would have been better.
That would have been better. just like anything, like even stand-up, right? Like when I watch bad stand-up, I like to watch it just because you can learn from anything.
Right.
You'll pick up mistakes, you'll pick up things in bad stand-up that you didn't realize you needed to know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even in a good movie, you'll pick up some shit. Yo, one of the shots, this shot, they're running back to the ship in that like astronaut run, like that slow motion. Right. No sound, which is what they did in Gravity, which made Gravity so fucking good. Right. And all you hear is them breathing in their helmets. But you see, and you see the shit like popping off behind them as they're just running, and you see one of the friends like holding them, like, and that's all you hear is, and you see the guy who's like can't see is just like looking around, like it's intense. It's like, oh, that was very well done. Like if you're Gravity, whoever that director is, you saw that and we're like, oh, that's how space should sound. Like, you don't need to hear anything.
Did Gravity come out after Interstellar or before?
Came out definitely after this movie.
Yeah, I'm curious, 'cause Interstellar was the same way.
Yeah, Interstellar the same way, exactly. Where it's like, oh, that's the best way to show space.
Right.
Is don't show the sound, just show what the reality of it is and how big and scary it would be, how quiet it would be.
Right.
Because that's what's so scary is how quiet it would be. So we see shots of them running back. They're getting closer to the ship. You just hear the breathing. And then, bro, one of the air pockets, boom, sends fucking Jon Favreau flying into space. Oh. And they hear him on the comms go, ah, 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 as he drifts into oblivion. And they're all still, that's what I'm saying. And they're all still running back to the ship as they hear him drift into oblivion.
Right.
That is a mental, like, bro, of like the scariest part of being an astronaut is you just drift into space till you die. What a way to go.
Yeah, at a certain point you'd be like, I just like, do I just drift until I run out of oxygen, or do I like open
up, choke to death?
Or do I like just commit suicide?
You drift for a while.
Yeah.
Why not drift for a while?
Wait,
you drifted through space, and at some point you would just enjoy it. You would just be like, wow, what a way to go.
Yeah, I did this.
I'm just like, and like you think about your life, and I would just kind of look and like and wonder what's out there next, and like where my body's gonna land, and like all these fun thoughts. And then you kill yourself. Yeah. But I drift for hours.
Well, yeah, your body
or as long as I saw the oxygen, because I'm not gonna sit there and choke to death either. So I'm like, I'd rather just die.
Right.
Like that. So yeah, I would just do that. For sure.
That's right. Yeah, that's a good.
But I would drift for a while.
Yeah.
And just enjoy it. You get to drift through space.
Yeah,
who the fuck gets to do that?
No, that's a good point.
And I mean, like you're going so fast.
Yeah.
Just flying through space.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's the way to go.
What a way to go, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's way better than leukemia, fucking losers.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. A car accident?
Yeah. Gross.
So, they get the others on the spaceship. They take off. Everyone is still watching from Houston, waiting to hear back. You know, you finally, Robert Duvall goes, Houston, all the moles are at depth. We did lose one. You know, we lost Jon Favreau, and one of ours is also injured. They say, you know, one of them went blind. And the Russian dude is begging him like, yo, we got to go back. We got to save him, yada, yada. I was like, we can't. He's like, he's drifting through space. We can't leave a human being like that. And he's like, we go back, we all die. You know that. And the Russian just sits down heartbroken like, fuck.
Right.
You know? On the news, they talk about Favreau dying in the ship. They show the dudes who went blind, his eyes, they're completely fucked. Okay. Like he's blind forever. Like, just fucked. But the news does say how the Messiah has successfully docked somewhere else and now plan to detonate the bomb. And they're like, let us tell you again, there will be a 20-second delay from them to us, so when we get back, the comet should be knocked off its course. Cut to them loading everything up, nukes weaponed armed. Robert Duvall goes 3, 2, 1, now. Boom. Everything goes black. Right? Like on the news, like they lose communication.
Right.
Jenny is like, hey, we'll wait for Pitcher to come back. They all wait. The ship, you see the ship get hit with some of the blast radius, and Blair Underwood kind of gets hurt slung around. They have to like put out fires inside the ship, but they finally like make it through.
Right.
Okay? But they lose all communication.
Right.
Mr. President, you see Morgan Freeman, he gets a call, puts his head down. Okay? He doesn't say anything. You see him slowly walk into the Oval Office. You see all the cameras. They go, Mr. President, we're live in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Hello, America. It is my unhappy duty to report that the Messiah failed. The detonation succeeded, but it did not destroy the comet. Now they are just in 2 pieces. Both on path to Earth. When you hear it out loud. It's like God saying, fuck you. You think you're better than me? You're going to split it in half? Now you're going to have two problems.
Unreal.
Oh, dude. We don't know how many are alive on Messiah or their condition. Now we have to make decisions. What do? We have a choice right now. Ever since the comet was discovered, we hoped for the best and planned for the worst. First, we with Russia will use Titan missiles and hopefully send a bunch of nukes up when the comet gets close enough, and it will deflect the comet and bounce out of our atmosphere. The only problem is we can only do this when the comet is a few hours away. Now that we do think this will succeed, we do have to guarantee life in the unlikely event they do strike. In the limestones of Missouri, we completed a network of caves. We can put 1 million people in them, and they can survive for 2 years. Till the dust settles, we are storing seeds, seedlings, plants, animals, enough to start over. We will pick 800,000 Americans. 800,000 Americans will be chosen randomly to join the 200,000 doctors, soldiers, scientists, engineers, and artists that were already chosen. It's dope that they threw artists in there.
Yes.
So somebody knew that was important.
Yeah, that's definitely very important.
Which is so funny because even if you didn't throw artists in there, if you did 800,000 random people, you would get some artists.
Right, yeah.
Because you would get artists out of the situation that would just become artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because the people need to express themselves.
Yeah, people always need to express themselves. So,
Right.
But I get that it's like, but we already have some good ones, so let's make sure like Will.i.am is there. We're not gonna, the president is just everyone the president's a fan of.
Yes. This bunker is very Fergalicious.
Yeah, it's like just the Boston Celtics, and it's like, but they can't even play. Like it's just the Celtics. You're like, that's my team.
That is art to me.
Go Celtics. It's just tall dudes now. It's just 15 tall dudes here. So, till the dust settles, yada yada. Other countries are doing the same in their own way. Beginning tonight, I am declaring martial law. A national curfew begins at midnight, so everyone go home. Stay off the roads after sunset. Crimes against persons or property will be dealt with swiftly and harshly. He puts his head down and he goes, I wish, no. Wishing is wrong. It's the wrong word right now. It's not what I mean. What I mean is, I believe in God. I know a lot of you don't, but...
And I know our plan called Messiah just failed.
And not only did it fail, it made it way worse.
Yeah, actually it made
Two
the situation
is worse than one.
Yeah. It's almost like believing in God was the wrong thing to do in this situation. But I will continue to believe.
I know a lot of you don't, but I want to offer a prayer for our survival, mine included. I believe that God, whoever you hold that to be, hears all prayers, even if the answer is no. That's a good answer. I like that, even if the answer is no.
Right.
He does hear it. If that is what you believe, you have to believe that. So may the Lord bless you, keep you, lift up his divine countless upon you, and give you peace. Cut to, they put Jenny on the news, right? And she goes, hello, everyone. We are just now receiving details for the national lottery and how it will go down. If you are pre-selected, if you're one of the families who've been pre-selected, you will be notified in a few minutes. For the rest of us, the night of August 10th, those whose social security number randomly selected will be chosen that night. The only people over 50 years old who will be in the caves are the people who were pre-selected. No men or women over 50 will be included in the lottery. And you see her like read that and like start like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just see like her parents see that shit and like the other parents see that shit and it's like, damn. Bro, that shit's like, it made the stakes get real immediately. Like,
Right.
oh, fuck. Because if you're there and you're a young person, like...
Yeah, that's how that... Yeah, absolutely. You're trying to make humanity survive. It's a whole different game.
Yeah, we can't... If you're over 50, we don't need you.
No.
We don't even need your thoughts. We need new thoughts. We need new thoughts, period. We just need new thoughts. And new thoughts are going to come from... We need some random 15-year-olds. We need some random 12-year-olds. Like, we do. We need some random 8-year-olds in this bitch.
Yeah.
And, your parents don't get to come. But we do need your kid. And the parents got to send their kid.
Yeah. Thank you for your service, Ellie. You will survive.
Ellie will, of course, be coming with me.
Yeah.
No questions about my girl. It's like, oh my God, why did we keep voting him in?
Oh goddamn! Knowing how our leadership is right now, the only people in the bunker would be Congress. That's it.
Oh, dude,
It would just be all
the
80.
200,000. Like, no, they would do the 800,000 random. They would do that, but it would suck that like when you got there, if you're one of the random people selected, the 200,000 is just politicians.
Yeah, and
like
they're all old.
shitty people.
Yeah, and they're all old.
shitty fucks. And you're like, and these are people that still are getting to make all the decisions in here.
They in that
Uprising
situation
immediately.
they would get killed in a second.
Uprising immediately.
Immediately. Not out. Done.
We don't need you.
No.
Our new king is this gold calf.
Yeah.
Which is also what would happen.
Yeah, that's
which is
exactly
for
what-
sure what would happen because we're also stupid.
Yeah.
We all worship this title.
Yeah.
It's just like one little plaque or something.
Yeah.
And it's just a Costco plaque.
You know what it'd be? Their god would be the Wall Street Bull.
Yeah, it'd be something like that.
That's what their god would be.
And we'd worship it. And
That's so funny. Now that I think about it, like a gold calf was like a warning for everything that's evil, and then we just built it in the middle of Wall Street.
it said worship it, money people. Worship it.
Like, yo, how spot on was the Bible? Yeah, holy shit.
Dude, the book sells for a reason, bro.
Yeah.
So the evacuation for those selected will take 2 days of travel. Well, will take 2 days. So there will be no travel permitted on those days.
Right.
Civil defense teams will be formed in every town. You see Frodo family right then gets a call. You know, and they're like, yo, they find out his family was completely pre-selected, his whole family.
Right.
Because
We found it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you see his girl's family there, and they, of course, all get excited, and they run home, hoping like, oh, man, maybe we'll get a call, right? So on the ship, they talk about how they can't reach Houston. This is on the Messiah. And they discuss their plans, yada, yada. They only have so much fuel. What are they going to do? There's nothing really they can do.
Right.
So they put it to a vote, and the blind nigga's like, yo, I want to go home. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, all right, let's go home. They take off. We see the comet is on the way, but like they go past it.
Right.
Time to impact 4 weeks, 2 days.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Jenny's hanging with her mom, and the mom is telling her how, yo, oh my God, since all this stuff's happened, I've never been happier. You know, once you realize, like, once you figured out you were too old to get the call, like, kind of changed your whole perspective on life and like what you've been, like, how you're going to end it. And I was like, damn, that's a great point.
Yeah.
You know, because you know when it's ending.
Right.
And you're like not even worried. You know you're dying.
Right.
So you're like, oh, well, you know what? I'm going to fucking I got a couple weeks. Do my own shit.
Yeah.
She's like, I donated all my art, like all these things I was just holding on to. And it's like, you know, why would I just like, you know, let somebody who has a bunker or whatever, you can have them and hopefully you survive. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, damn, you would just let go of everything.
Right.
Because nothing would matter.
Right. I cheated on your dad.
Yeah, I'm the reason he's not with me.
Yeah.
It's me. And I put it on you and I put it on him.
Yeah.
I'm a liar.
Yeah.
Give me a kiss. She's just so happy.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that in the future because that's in you as well.
Yeah. She's like, you should see my apartment. It's completely empty. And she laughs. And then Jenny's like, it's so unfair I got picked. I can't believe I was one of the people that got picked. And she goes, no, you had to get picked, honey. People need continuity. They know you. They trust you. If you're still delivering the news and whatever the world is, then people are going to know you. Like, that'll matter.
Right.
You know? And she goes, I'm sorry. She goes, Mom, I'm so sorry I can't help you. She goes, oh, don't worry about me. I'm just happy knowing you're going to live. Okay? We see Frodo. He finds this girl. She's up on a hill somewhere. He's like, yo, where were you at today? You weren't at school. She's like, oh, my dad said I didn't have to go. I mean, what's the fucking point? We didn't get a call. He goes, don't even worry. I talked to civil defense today. And if you and I got married, that means we're family. And I can get you in. She goes, for real? And he's like, yeah. She goes, but my parents and my brother, I can't leave them. And he goes, I'm the famous Leo Biederman. I got all of them in. If we get married, I can bring your entire family. And she's like, oh my God, thank you, right? He's like, this is your chance to survive. She hugs him. Okay? So the president is cut to him watching as the city kind of burns and people are looting and stealing and obviously. Right. Like you're just not good because there's not,
there's
no
rules.
You don't have enough martial law.
Right.
Not for this many people that are actually on Earth.
Right.
You don't have near enough.
And
nigga.
the people who would be in charge of the martial lawing would be like, oh, I want to do my own shit. I'm going to die.
Yeah, I got shit to do.
Yeah.
I want to be with my family and fish and do things that I want to do, relax.
Yeah, I got crimes to commit.
Rape.
Mm-hmm.
Rape
Oh,
some people.
for sure.
But also just fish.
Yeah.
I never get to fish.
Yeah. Or rape.
Yeah. So we see Jenny's mom putting all this makeup on at her house, right?
Right.
You see Jenny delivering the news, the president just watching everything feel terrible. It's a montage. Back to the mom. She picks her fanciest dress she can find. You see Frodo and his girl getting married. Back to the mom, all dolled up. Back to the family of the girl Frodo getting married to. They're all crying and happy. Back to the mom looking at old pictures of Jenny and her dad. And then you see she sits back in her chair and she dies. She committed suicide. She took a bunch of pills.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Damn. That's the way to go. A lot of people would do that.
Oh, a lot of people kill themselves.
Yeah.
Like, what am I? Watch this rock blow me up? Fuck that. Fuck that rock.
Yeah.
Time to impact. 2 weeks, 3 days. The crew is on the ship asleep. Other than Robert Duvall, he's kind of up working on something. And he's trying to figure it all out, right? Cut to, you see him and the guy who's blind kind of wake up. They have a serious talk, and he kind of tells him about what being married's like and yada yada. He does say this one line about marriage. He says, he goes, what was it like being married to your wife so long before she passed? And he goes, every marriage has its good years and bad years. Luckily, we ended on a great year.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit hit me. I was like, damn, bro, that's a bar to slide in this weird fucking terrible movie.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm sure that's not in the script. I'm sure that was just Robert Duvall just dropping a bar, Cut back to Frodo and the family's waiting to get on the bus, that's getting picked up to taking everyone to the caves.
Right.
You see the truck pulls up, all the neighbors come out and they're looking. They go, Biederman, IDs, please. They check all the IDs. The neighbors are all watching intensely. It's super serious government people, obviously, because they'd be on high. People would be trying to get on this bus and all that shit.
Right.
So they're like, they're good. They check everyone's ID. They're like, all right, they're all good. She's good. His girl. The family tries to get on her family, her mom, dad, and her little brother, who's like a baby.
Yeah.
They get stopped. They're not on the list.
Damn.
Frodo starts freaking out, yo, they're supposed to be on the list, yada, yada. They're not on the list. She's like, Dad. He's like, go, honey, go. She's like, I'm not leaving you. She jumps back with the dad. The police are like, yo, we got to get to the next one because now everyone's coming outside.
Yeah.
The police are like, yo, they grab Frodo and his family, like, yo, you guys are on the list. You're going. He's like, I'll come back. I'll get you. I'll send something. We'll figure it out. And they're now on the bus driving away. Just like that. It happens like that fast.
Oh, man. Wild.
Why? And you see the dad also mad because he's like,
you get on the bus.
He wanted you to get on the fucking bus.
Yeah. What the fuck? Our time is done.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And we don't get to say bye. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't. This is what it is.
Yeah, your parents don't want you to survive more than anything else.
But she's a dumb kid.
Yeah. Stupid idiot.
Stupid.
Women.
Dumb. So right then Jenny gets a call and she's like, yes, hello? She goes, yeah, Robin Lerner is my mother. When? I'll come down. Thank you. She hangs up. Cut to her going to get her mom's things, and she's just sitting in the rain outside of her mom's place, really sad. The dad pulls up, and then she looks at him, and she goes, you're too late. I took care of everything. He's like, please, get in the car. She's like, no. He's like, I need to talk to you, please. She goes, I don't give a shit. Talk to Chloe, your new wife. He goes, she left me. She got scared and went to be with her mother. She's like, well, how does it feel? Because I feel like a fucking orphan now. And she gets a cab, she leaves. The dad's heartbroken.
Right.
All right? Time to impact. 5 days.
Oh, no.
The Ark cave sites in Limestone, Missouri. We see people outside in cages. So you see, the cages and the buses coming in. Outside is, of course, millions of people.
Right.
Begging, pleading, knocking on the bus, holding up their babies, please just take my baby. And it is that is exactly what would happen. Mm-hmm. People being like, bro, just take my baby.
Right.
Please, why not? Why not? Mm-hmm. It's like, well, you can't take every baby.
Yeah. There'd be some door guy hey, $800 to get in.
$800.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, money's a thing?
Yeah, and here it is.
It's like, what? Yeah. So you got any little kids?
Yeah.
Little girls?
Okay, relax.
He's like, what about my baby? He's like, no, older. And it's like, whoa. But it's like, you want your kid to live, don't you?
Oh, wow, yeah.
If you know they're going to get raped and molested, would you send them?
There's definitely deals being struck.
Would you send them? If you know your kid's going to get raped, somebody gives you that deal hey, your daughter's kind of hot. And she's 8. You're like, yeah, but I like 8-year-old pussy or dick. I couldn't tell. It's kind of like a tomboy, so I wasn't all the way sure. But either way, I'm down to clown. And you're like, oh my God. And you're like,
for this monster.
And you're like, yo, give me your kid. They get in. They can have a life with me. And this is the president, by the way. So you know that it's there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Would you send your kid? They get to live on. You know they're still gonna get molested for a while. Eventually they'll grow out of it.
I think you have to. God damn.
That's a tough question, right?
Yeah, because ideally you want to give your kid the best chance of life. But to that guy, it's like, what's that life gonna be even?
It's gonna be a terrible life.
Yeah, she's gonna
your
be
kid's also possibly gonna grow up a molester as well.
Yeah, or she's just gonna be her whole life is just gonna be chained up in some room.
Yeah, but usually hurt people.
Right. But I'm not saying she probably won't even get the opportunity to hurt people. You feel what I'm saying? Like that guy, I don't know.
So you're not gonna give it to her? You don't want her to live? She's gonna die. She's just gonna die if she doesn't. I can see you tell where this is going.
Right. She just said, but like, what if her entire life she just like it's like room, but there's no good. She's just in the room her entire life.
And then they just kill her or something. Because they would just, once she got old, she would know too much. The president's just fucking her every day.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know.
So you're being a little selfish.
Yeah, I guess I'm being selfish. I guess I'm like, well.
Would you ask her, like, hey, so do you want to live? It's going to be hell. Or do you want to die?
I wouldn't say it's going to be hell. I would say if you're going to live, it's going to be real hard.
Hell. That's hell.
Yeah.
We're getting fucked as a child. It's definitely hell.
That's fair. That's fair.
Not to you. I know to you it's a party.
Yeah.
Most people it's hell.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's how I get rolls. But no, it's I think you have to send the kid in. Like, I think the eventual thing that you land on is, well, there's a better chance that she survives in there, and there's a chance that she could turn whatever situation around.
Yep.
Whereas if she's out here, she's just dead.
And that's just it.
Yeah.
And then I can fuck her, but nobody else.
Right. Again, thank God that you read my mind, but I think at the end but damn, that's a hard give up.
Oh yeah.
That's a tough choice as a father.
So we see Frodo get off the bus, and they lead. They get off the bus, and they're walking towards the front, and Frodo stops, and his dad's like, "Leo, what are you doing?" He's like, "I'm not coming." They're like, "Leo, come with us." And he goes, "I have to go back for Sarah. I have to." And the dad and mom look at each other, and they look at him, and the mom starts crying, and he goes, "I'm going, guys." And the dad gives him his watch, and he hugs him, and he's like, "God damn it, take care of yourself, son. Okay?"
What the fuck kind of reaction is that? Be like, hey, no, son, you're 19 years old. Get the fuck back in here.
Yep. And he goes, "I'm gonna make it back. I promise. I'm gonna get her, and I'll come back." Okay. Cut to Jenny at work. Her dad comes by. The dad walks in, and she looks at him. She's all mad. He goes, "I can't stay long. I'm leaving the city, but I had to show you you're not an orphan. I have proof." And he pulls out some pictures. And it's pictures of her as a baby and him holding her on the beach. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Where's mom?" And he's like, "Your mother's behind the camera. She took this one and this one. Such a beautiful day. Don't you remember?" And she goes, "No, I don't remember. Hey, shit, I was 5. How can I remember this shit?" Mm-hmm. And he's like, "But we were all alone on the beach. And your mother wanted to get in the picture, but no one was there to hold the camera. But she still insisted that we take the picture. It was such a perfect day. Keep these, please. Goodbye, honey." He leaves. She stares at the picture. She starts crying. Mm-hmm. You see Frodo, he hitches a ride back. On the radio, they're talking about how now it's time to send the missiles. They're hoping the missile works, yada, yada. Frodo looks up. You can see the 2 comets now. Like, you can see them.
Right, okay.
It's like that point.
Okay.
All right? We see Jenny on the news watching the missiles, and they're all hoping for the best. Time passes. Cut to Mr. President. Our missiles failed. We are the Knicks. We just keep losing. Yeah. We have bad ownership. Yeah. We have bad leadership.
Yes. And for some reason, in our time of need, Julius Randle has disappeared.
Thank God for Deric Rose. The man tries hard enough for all of us, but it was not enough.
But a feel-good story won't get you into the playoffs.
The comets are still heading to Earth. There's nothing we can do to stop them at this point. We now have the comet's final trajectories, and we know where they will strike. The smaller one will hit first, somewhere along the Atlantic seaboard, in under 12 hours, around 4:35 p.m. The impact of the comet will be disastrous. A very large tidal wave, around 100 feet high, traveling faster than the speed of sound. The wave will wash inland 600 to 700 miles. It will hit the capital in about 40 minutes. New York, Boston, Atlanta, Philadelphia will all be destroyed. Like, completely submerged in water. You will not have these cities anymore.
Damn.
Okay?
So what does that mean for the playoffs?
You have to play a lot in California.
Yeah.
So the impact of the larger comet will be a extinction level event. It will land in Western Canada, and within a week, The skies will be dark and stay dark for 2 years. All plant life will be dead within 4 weeks. All animal life within a few months. That is it. Good luck to us all. Time to impact 10 hours, 37 minutes. On the ship, Robert Duvall talks about how big the comet is and how many nukes we have. We have 4, yada, yada. And, apparently there's a vent on this comet, just like you seen the original Star Wars?
Yes.
You know how the Death Star is indestructible, but there was one little perfect vent, and if you hit a bullet right there, then the whole thing exploded?
Yes.
Very convenient.
Yes.
This comet, same thing.
Oh, same designer.
Same designer. So
Yeah.
it's weird also they wouldn't put the nukes in that little vent part the first time.
Right.
But, let's do things the hard way. Why not? We're America.
Right.
And Russia. If we get the remaining bombs in this vent and we blow it, nothing will be left of this asteroid. Nothing. He's like, we can't do anything about the little one, but this big one might give everyone down there a chance. Now, we don't have enough fuel or anything left for the Messiah to maneuver in any way. And then one guy goes, wait a minute, but if we don't have enough fuel, how are we going to get off the surface when we go down there? And then you see Robert Duvall kind of look at them all, and they all kind of go. And then one girl goes, we don't. Well, let's look on the bright side, guys. We'll all have high schools named after us.
That's the bright side.
That is fair and also true.
Yeah.
You're going to have like a shit ton of, you're like multiple too, not just one.
Yeah.
Multiple high schools named after all you guys.
Right.
So they go, Houston, they get Messiah. This is Messiah. Houston goes crazy. Oh, Messiah, thank God you're alive. And they go, nice. And one, Fred Foreman's like, nice of you to call, Messiah. We were wondering what you were doing up there. Right? He goes, no time for jokes, Houston, because the world's about to fucking end.
Yeah. Thank God someone said it out loud. Because my God, Red Foreman.
I look like, hey, way to have a sense of humor through all this.
Yeah. That's good for you.
So he goes, we don't have time to talk, Houston. We can't do anything about the smaller one, but we need the army codes for the last 4 nukes. And then Red's like, get the goddamn codes.
Right.
At the media station, they let all the people at the media station that Jenny's there with know, like, all right, it's a bunch of them in a room. There's only one chopper coming. It can only hold 7 people. All right. Jenny's already on the plane, so we're only taking 6. And we're going to take the 6 of us who get chosen randomly to a high ground in West Virginia. Okay? And then that plane's going to take Jenny the rest of the way to the Ark. Short stick stays. All right? They all draw. The boss lady, remember the boss lady that was me in the beginning?
Yeah.
She draws the short stick.
Yeah.
She's there with her daughter, bro, like 3-year-old.
Oh.
And she's like, she's like crying, but she's like, it's okay. Let's go play upstairs, honey. And she leaves and goes upstairs with her daughter.
Damn.
Frodo gets back to the house. Sarah, she's gone. He sees they have a motorbike. He fucking unlocks it, gets the keys, he takes off. Freeway's completely jam-packed. There's nowhere to go at all, but you see Frodo weaving through it because he's got the motorbike.
Right, because he's the main character.
And we can't just end the story here.
Yeah.
End the story with him in traffic.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't think of any of this through.
Jenny and the media team are running up to the chopper.
Right.
She sees Beth just crying, playing with her daughter like in a playroom. And she's like, what are you doing? She's like, well, the roads were too crowded. We figured this is a tall building. It might be just safer up here. And she loves it here. So I just figured. And then while she's doing that, fucking Tia Leone grabs her daughter and takes off running. She's like, no, what are you doing? They run upstairs. They all get in the chopper. She's like, no. She fucking puts the kid in the chopper, and then she looks at her, and she goes, you're going with her. And she's like, what? She goes, you're taking my spot. Okay? She gives her credentials. She's like, go. And everyone's like, what are you doing? She's like, just go. And the guy's like, we gotta go. The chopper takes off.
Damn.
Unbelievable shot of her like this kind of fall, like realizing what she did. And the shot's amazing. It's her like on the top of this building, overlooking DC.
And just mayhem.
No, there's like just 30 choppers, 40 choppers, all just going off the top of these buildings.
Oh.
Like just a last ditch effort. It's really good shot. And you feel with that scene too, you really feel the weight of the woman just bawling, thank you. Like as she's like, hella chopper, like, thank you, you know? Which you would just be like, yo. Because also you would have been like, take my daughter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If she'd been like, hey, I'm taking your daughter and we're leaving. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, my daughter survives. At the very least, my daughter survives.
Go.
Yeah.
Can I kiss, like, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, yo, we gotta go. It's like, so she gets back downstairs. She starts looking at the pictures that their dad gave her. Okay. We see Frodo weaving through traffic, yada, yada. We see our girl Jenny get in the car. She takes off.
Right.
We see Sarah, that's Frodo's girl.
Yeah.
She sees him weave by. And she's like, Leo, Leo. She gets out the car. She's standing on it, screaming, Leo, Leo. He stops. He drops it. He runs to her. He's like, my God. Right then, when the dad sees him, bro, this scene gets me. The dad sees him, hops out the car, grabs the baby, runs up to her with the mom and just gives the daughter the baby, picks up the bike. He's like, go. You guys don't have time. Go. And she's like, what? And then she like the mom starts like buckling up the baby and giving her the diaper bag. And she's like, no. And they're like, honey, you gotta go. We have to go right now. And he's looking at and the dad's like looking at Frodo. He's like, yo, take her to the top of the mountain, destroy the ring. And get there as fast as you can. Watch out for Gollum. Don't trust Boromir. Boromir, you think you can trust me? He's Ned Stark, but you can't trust him. So the dad's like, go. And she's like, I don't want to go. And then you have to take your brother, honey. You have to go. So they get on the bike, and she's like, I love you. And the mom's like, I loved you. I've always loved you. And then they go, right? She's like, bye, right? And they just drive off. Right. And then right as they drive off, they pan to the parents, and both the parents are like, they weren't crying at all. Right. They both he grabs his wife and just holds her as they just sob, nigga.
Right.
Sob. Jenny pulls up to her old house on the water. She runs to the back. Her dad is out there looking at the ocean.
Right.
She runs up. She goes, you know something? When I was 11, I took $32 from your wallet. And he looks at her. He smiles. He goes, when you were a baby, I dropped you on your head and didn't tell anyone. They smile. She goes, you know when you brought those pictures to me today? Or the other day, I lied. I said I didn't remember. I remembered everything. We were standing right there. Mom took the picture from right there. It was a perfect happy day. I had to come here and tell you that. And he's like crying. He's like, thank you. Which is deep. That's like, damn, bro. It's like, yo, I'm about to die. But I needed that nigga. You know what I mean? I just needed to know that like I wasn't a bad dad. Right. Jesus.
Right.
And then she's like, I missed you. He's like, I missed you too. Cut to the comet, breaks the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. You see everyone in the world, because you see it like everyone, everything stops. Right. Like all the noise on the freeway, everyone gets out the car and they're just like, right? Which is exactly what it would look like.
Right.
Everyone in the city just watching. You see them on the beach, right? And you see them too, like, it's like really close to them.
Right.
Like the water is like coming up how fast it's going by them, right?
Right.
Unbelievable shot of it. Boom, hitting. Huge mushroom cloud. The water just, the size of the wave is insane.
Right.
You see them standing on the beach watching as the water just races back. Like what happens in like a
tsunami.
Like you saw just completely like you see the whole ocean pretty much.
Right.
And then she like looks at her dad and you see a tidal wave coming at them at the speed of sound.
Right.
And she's like, Daddy. And he just holds her. They're gone.
That's great.
We see the Twin Towers, Statue of Liberty, all in New York. Mm-hmm. Completely, in seconds.
Right.
Just gone. All right? We see the water coming to where the people on the freeway are. And you see people running past them. The mom and the dad just holding each other like this, looking in each other's eyes. Just.
Damn.
Fire. Damn. Because it's like there's no point in running at that point, right? You have to know.
Except it's just
the wave's coming too fast. Because you can see how fast this shit's coming, nigga.
Right, but some people will be like, I'm going to try till my last second. That's also commendable.
No, I'm not mad at it. It's just, to me, if I was with a loved one, even friends, I would be like,
yo, man, we did this shit. Yeah.
Go out with a hug. You know what I mean? Because it's like, my nigga, we're not outrunning this. No. We're just not.
No.
So we see Frodo in the forest on the motorbike, though, going uphill, just leaving everyone. Right. Because he's on a fucking, which is perfect that it was that kind of bike. It was like a road dirt bike, you know? And you see the other comet getting closer. You see Messiah talking to Houston, like, yo, we're ready for the run, yada, yada. Our family's there. They're like, they're on the way, Messiah. Wolf, the second comet's contact in 4 minutes, 45 seconds. And then you see the Robert Duvall, they all look at Earth and the crew, and he goes, we'll never be closer to home than we are right now, boys. And then you see the thing change angles and start heading towards the comet. And they're like right by Earth.
Damn.
Crazy. Oh, Robert Duvall had all the only moments.
Right.
Right. And the moment with the parents was really good. So you see Frodo, he has to ditch his bike because they're just going too far uphill. And he starts dragging her. They're holding the baby and they're just running uphill, right?
Right.
You see Blair Underwood, his girl shows up. Mm-hmm. She's crying. He's like, honey, you keep going to church. And I promise I'll be there right there next to you, haunting you. Mm-hmm. All right, on your shoulder. She's like, I love you. You see another guy come up with a baby, and he's talking to the woman, and he's like, "Baby, there's mommy." She's like, "Mommy, mommy," and the woman starts crying. She's like, "I love you, mommy, I love you." She's like, "I love you so much." And then she looks at her husband, and her husband's like trying to hold back tears, and she's like, "David, you know what I want to say." And And he goes, I know. Right? And bro, that shit was like, dang, because he's just like,
Yeah.
you know? You see Frodo going up hills, the wave gets closer, wolf contact in 3 minutes. They tell the blind dude, like, yo, we tried to contact your wife. We tried to get her here, but we don't know if she's going to make it. And they tell Robert Duvall, like, hey, your fish, your sons, they're active duty. They're literally out doing whatever they got them doing. Mm-hmm. We couldn't get them here. Mm-hmm. And he goes, okay, well, I still want to say bye to someone if that's okay. They go, of course. He goes, I want to say bye to my wife, Mary. I think about you every day, honey, and since we've been apart. Mary, I'm coming home. And he smiles.
Damn.
Bro, that's Robert Duvall's like, damn, bro.
Damn.
And you can see he's like, fuck it.
Yeah. I'm saving Earth.
Saving Earth.
Yeah.
My boys are good. Mm-hmm. I raised 2 good men.
Yeah.
He said that too. He said, I raised 2 good men. And Mary, like, which you're right. Like, yo, they're both doing their job. Which is what you're like, yo, they're out there doing their job, bro. That's what the fuck they were raised to do.
Right.
And hey, I get to finally see my wife, nigga. Like, the one woman I loved on Earth.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit. I'm deuces. So they say, you know, right then they go, Oren. And his wife runs in. She's like, wait, I'm coming. Oren. He goes, are you there, Marietta? I can hear you. She goes, hi, sweetie. She goes, honey, this is your father. Remember, he was having a baby.
Right.
And then he goes, what? And he goes, I named him Oren. He's named after you. And he's like, hey, Oren. And he's fucking bawling. And you hear the baby like laughing. And he goes, I can hear him laughing. I can hear him. He goes, Marietta, I'm hugging you. I'm holding you. I promise. They go 25 seconds. Synchronized nukes. 20, 19, 17, 15. And then you hear Robert Duvall go, it's been a pleasure serving with all of you. And then one of the women goes, the honor was all mine, Captain. You see Oren touch the screen. 5, 4. And he's like, be good, Oren. Cuts out. They all close their eyes. The spaceship just dives towards the middle. No noise, just the whole rock explodes.
Yes.
You see Frodo and his girl at the top of this mountain. The water's like not coming up as fast anymore. Mm-hmm. They're looking. You see just like, it's like a million beautiful stars exploding. Right? Cut to the president. We watched as the comet lit up our sky for hours. The water of the first washed away towns, forests, cities, and skyscrapers. But the water receded. The wave hit Europe, Africa, so many other countries. Millions lost. Countless more left homeless, but the waters receded. Cities fall, but they are rebuilt. Heroes die, but they are remembered. We honor them with every brick we lay, every field we sow, our planet, our home. So now, let us begin. You see the camera pans back there outside of a washed away Capitol. Millions of people there. And you see like Washington, D.C. like getting rebuilt.
Mm-hmm. That's the first place we need to rebuild.
Deep impact.
This cesspool of a place. We need to rebuild the swamp.
We must rebuild the swamp.
Ellie needs her BDSM room.
Ellie needs her candy. Get
Also,
Ellie her candy. So what'd you think, buddy?
Yeah, it was a movie that was definitely not that good.
Huge though.
Yeah,
you get how it's a box office success.
Yeah. I actually, the ending I recognize because get this is maybe a year ago. I was, you know how sometimes you see a person on a plane watching a movie?
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck is happening there?
Deep impact.
Yes, it was the Oren. Oh, that was the scene. And as soon as he said it, I was like, oh, I've seen this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened
Also,
on a plane.
you've seen it in Armageddon.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Also, you've seen that exact scene.
Yeah.
When Bruce Willis is, I don't know if you remember. I mean, it's a very pivotal scene.
Yeah.
And it's the same.
And Bruce Willis says bye, and Liv Taylor with her long ass
fingers.
her huge
and
basketball
she's like,
fingers.
Daddy. And then Bruce Willis saves the day.
Yeah, Bruce was like, it's okay, my daughter. Just make sure you palm a basketball.
Take care of Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Don't let him marry Jennifer Lopez.
But
What'd you think, though?
I had fun.
Who's your favorite character?
I mean, it was definitely Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall kills it.
Yeah,
he kills it without even seeing his acting. You just hearing me say what he says, and he kills it.
Yeah. Elijah Wood's character makes zero sense.
None.
Yeah, 0 sense.
None. I can't believe he's the lead in this for no reason.
Anything. First of all, no reason. Second of all, everything that happens to him doesn't make sense. The fact that they don't even talk to him about naming the comet after him is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. The president thinks that he died in the car accident, even though it was clearly only one body in the car. Really, the President Morgan Freeman has a lot of the midterms aren't gonna be good for him. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know. A lot of presidents. Hey,
He needs to grab his campaign by the pussy and get it together.
I will say this: Biden might not be here. He didn't lose the Eastern Seaboard, so it's gonna be hard for Morgan to come back from this.
Hassan, we love
Yes.
you. Go follow Ehsan on everything. Dangerous Brown, Ehsan Ahmad on all social media platforms.
Ehsan J. Ahmad on Instagram.
Listen to the Raw Room podcast. My boy Darren Bates, great podcast. Raw Room, check it out. He's one of my best friends. He's an ex-NFL player. I mean, still plays in the NFL. Going into year 11 now. I mean, true beast, true fucking savage. He has a great podcast called Raw Room. He has great guests on. And I'm just giving him a plug because we love him. And he's taken care of the beans for a long time.
Yes.
And so shout him out. Shout out my boy Hayden from Maine, who delivers all my weed for me. Happy Canary Weed on social media. Check them out. Happy Canary Weed.
And just remember Dangerous Brown podcast. Follow me on Instagram, and remember to ask Darren Bates for pictures of my feet.
Make sure you ask Darren Bates for pictures of Hassan's feet.
He has them. I don't.
He
have
has
them.
Hassan does not, and we are motherfucking out, bitch. That's my deep impact face. Later, buddy.
All right, later.